Good evening, good people. Welcome. I'm Ashley Woodard Henderson. The homies call me Ash, and I am your MC for tonight. This is our second virtual family meeting of Freedom Summer. I want you to take a moment to invite somebody in, text a friend, drop this link in the group chat, tell the world on your social media that you are here with Freedom Summer tonight. And as we do in the chat that you are in, I want you to drop your name, where you're tuning in from. I want us to see the whole country in this room. One thing before we get into program, our environment is full of disinformation and bots, and they would love nothing more than to make this room feel small and ugly. What's welcome here is Black folks, working people, everybody who's down for voting rights and civil rights and human rights with all kinds of opinions and all kinds of stories. We engage each other by witnessing one another, even when we differ. What we're not going to tolerate here is hate and lies. So if you see a hateful message in the chat, don't feed it, flood it. Flood the chat with solidarity and with love, and let's stay focused on the work that we came here to do together tonight. With that opening, I get to introduce to some and bring back to others my sister, my friend, my comrade, and colleague, the Reverend C.C. Jones Davis, co-founder and CEO excuse me, not the co-founder and CEO, but incredible leader with Faith Out Loud. Shout out to UCC. We're glad that you're here, Rev. Can you help
Yeah,
get us grounded and
yeah.
tell us a little bit about why you are participating in Freedom Summer?
Yeah, absolutely. Ash, hey. I'm so glad to be with you and all of us tonight. And thank you, Ash, for all the ways you are always pulling us together and pushing us forward. I am a part of this because I know how important the moment we're living in is. And I think, whether folks have language for it or not, we all have a sense for that where we are is a very critical moment in a critical time. And so I'm just glad to be partnered up. I'm glad to be in solidarity. I'm glad to be working alongside all of you. So thank y'all. Before we get started, you all, tonight, I just want to offer some things for us to consider, right? There is so much that's happening in the world right now, and it feels like there's always something happening and a lot happening in the world. There's so many things that are constantly competing for our attention, for our energy, for our hope. And sometimes when we are committed so much to this work of justice, we can really become so focused on what has to be done that we forget to tend to the spirit from which the work must be done, the spirit from which the work must be done. And so tonight, before we talk strategy and organizing and all of the good things, I want us just to remember for a moment who we are. I want us to remember, more importantly, whose we are. I want us to know tonight that we are connected, that it is not by accident that I'm living in the same time that you're living in. It's not by accident that we're on the same call. It's not by accident that we've been forged together for this fight in this time. We are all connected one to another. And so if you're in a position where you're able to scroll across the screen and see many faces, I would love for you just to take a moment to take in those faces. People that you know and people that you don't, but God saw fit to put us together for this time and for a great purpose. We are connected to community across this country who are right now, as we are speaking, who are praying and organizing and struggling and grieving and building and believing. But our connection does not stop, y'all, with just one another. We are connected to a source. Now, I call the source God. You might call the source spirit. You might call it love. You might call it divine. But whatever language gives voice to the sacred for you, remember tonight, remember that there is a power that is greater than the powers that we are confronting right now. That there is a love that is deeper than the hate that we are seeing right now. That there is a hope that is stronger than any despair we will ever come across. There is spirit that has carried our people through circumstances unimaginable. And so we are still connected to that source. And tonight, as we breathe, I pray that wherever you are sitting, that we are breathing in that which God wants for us. which is strength, breathing in courage, breathing in peace, breathing in clarity, breathing in joy, because joy is resistance. And as we're breathing out those things that we know God does not want for us and does not serve us well. And so breathing out fear, because we know that perfect love casts out all fear. Breathing out anxiety, because God says that we can cast our cares upon God because God cares for us. Casting out or breathing out cynicism and exhaustion. These things we need to breathe out. I want you also to lay down tonight this feeling that I know a lot of us feel, which is that everything depends on you. Because I want you to know tonight that everything does not depend on any one of us. That we're all here together, and that's why we have each other. The source is still available. The source is still available to us, and we are available one to another. So I believe that we are beginning to see tonight and all summer long what happens when source meets people in action. Let me tell you, I don't know about y'all, but something really has been stirring across this Freedom Summer. And just one of the things that I know about that I've been involved in is the justice revivals, y'all. The justice revivals have been created, or architected by Pastor Mike McBride, who's done an amazing, amazing job in bringing people together across or around the conviction that faith cannot simply comfort us, but that faith has to move us, right? Faith has to move us towards something. We've been gathering and worshiping and organizing and building community with these justice revivals. And I want y'all to know that they're not over yet. We've got one coming up in Jackson, Mississippi tomorrow. We've got another one, I believe, on the 25th in Atlanta. We have another one on the 26th in Memphis and on the 28th in Dallas. So justice revivals are still rolling strong. We want you, we want your kinfolk, if you're near one of these cities, if they're near one of these cities, to come out and support and be a part of this fellowship. It's so, so special. It's a really powerful movement that's going on right now. If you need more information, which I know you do, I would love for you to go to freedomsummer2026.com to get more information about Jackson, Atlanta, Memphis, and Dallas. So y'all come on out to one of the last Justice Revivals. Thank you. God bless you. Love you so much. And Ash, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Reverend C.C. Jones Davis, one of our finest leaders. Y'all show some love in the chat. I already saw some folks saying that they were receiving it. They're naming and claiming victory over all the wickedness and principalities in high places that are doing everything in their power to destroy our voting power. But I have faith that we're going to do better, because even if you can't believe, even if you are struggling to believe that a creator could allow so many terrible things to happen, what I know you all believe in, and it's why you're here tonight, is in the power of the people. And
Mm-hmm.
that, my loves, is sufficient for me tonight. And I'm grateful that you're here, Reverend Cece. Thank you so much for your leadership, for all the work you're doing, for the whole Faith Out Loud team. Shout out to Reverend Mike, Pastor Mike, and the Live Free team, and for everybody that's throwing down on the Justice Revivals. We love you. Appreciate you for being here tonight. Y'all, with that, we're going to keep on keeping on. You're going to hear now from some of our Freedom Summer partner organizations tonight. And to start, we're going to hear from two folks who've been throwing down in my home state, the great state of Tennessee, the volunteer state. Y'all know our primaries just passed, and y'all, what the opposition meant for evil to discourage our folks from using their vote, our people used as a mobilizing and organizing opportunity. So now I get to bring up and introduce to some and bring back for others my homegirl, Tequila Johnson, the CEO and co-founder of the Equity Alliance, and our homegirl, Jamea, from the Equity Alliance, who's throwing down as the Memphis organizer to help us make some meaning of what just happened in our home state. Welcome, y'all.
Thank you, Ash. Thank y'all for having us. Happy Freedom Summer, everybody. Happy Freedom Summer, family. And listen, when they said let freedom ring, In Tennessee, we grabbed the cowbell and we started making it ring because they thought that they were going to redraw those maps and they were going to discourage us from organizing. They thought that we were going to turn a blind eye to the continuation of injustice. They thought we were going to let them build data centers all across our state and we weren't going to show up to meetings. They thought we weren't going to do anything, but oh, they thought wrong. We showed up, and not only did we just show up, we brought people with us and we showed up in numbers. I always tell people, yes, do I run an amazing organization where I get to organize people every day and talk to people? Absolutely. But I would be nothing, absolutely nothing without the family that we've built across this nation, and especially without our organizers who are on the ground pounding the pavement every day. I don't know about where y'all live, but down south, baby, it is hot. And people are out knocking doors in the August heat. People are out giving people rides to the polls, doing voter protection work at the polls. And so it was important for me to not just let you all hear from me every week, but every time they invite me on this call, I want you to hear directly from people who are on the ground as well. Because yes, I know my voice is powerful. And yes, I know y'all love me just as much as I love y'all. But y'all, I think it is extremely important for you all to see in real time just how impactful the work we've been doing across this nation, especially in the South, for Freedom Summer is by talking to somebody who is actually on the ground building that work with the people. So I brought my young sister Jemiah, who serves as one of our Shelby County ground game organizers. She is going door to door. She's feeding people. She's doing all the things. So I'm going to ask Jemiah to come off mute. And Jemiah, just bless the people with some words. What has it been like? What have you seen? And what type of work have you been doing this Freedom Summer?
Got you. Thank you, Tequila. So I am Jemiah Irby, the ground game organizer here in Memphis, Tennessee. And y'all, we've been hitting the ground heavy. And I mean, what was one? A lot of people ask us that question, and I feel like we won some of the people's trust. And me, I grew up in South Memphis, raised in South Memphis. Y'all, I'm leading a whole ground game out here in South Memphis and knocking on some of these same people doors. So to have people that I was just talking to actually after a vote, y'all, we had 70,000 people in the first 2 days of early vote. So that for me said a lot, and I feel as though there was just one win of many wins. We are not just leading the people to vote or just signing them up to voter registration. We always lead them, like we like to say over here in our organization, we're gonna meet you where you at. So if you at home in the bed, I'm coming to your bed. If you at church, I'm coming to the sanctuary. Do you hear me? Because we are nothing without our people, like Tequila said. And so once you meet your people for so many days or so, when you keep showing up for people, you'll notice those same people will show up for you. And so we do different events here in Memphis. We do our feed the block event, and we got a Harambe happy hour happening every last Friday of the month where we just like to celebrate our people for making it through another month. And when I tell y'all, our voter outreach and our volunteer outreach have tripled. I mean, y'all, we tripled. And that's nothing but community for me. So when I see that, I give myself a pat on the back, knowing that I was able to help orchestrate some of that. So when y'all ask about the ground and what we build in trust, because if we don't have trust, we have nothing. We got to get the people to trust us first. I mean, we got so many people smiling in front of the camera after they talking it, but they not walking it. So when you see somebody out there who's been in your shoes and went through some of the struggles that you went through, it's easier for you to trust them just a little bit more. So me, I like to tell Tequila all the time, baby, my boots are on the ground. And I'm on the ground and I'm fighting for my people and I'm gonna bag my people up. And it's not that the people don't fight for themselves, but a lot of the people are miseducated or misinformed. So when they see people out there, young people like me out there, it's like y'all should out. It's hard to talk about it without even having to, you know what I'm saying? Like I wish some of them people were right here so we can just hear from them because like man, I be feeling overwhelmed with joy to hear from some of my youth. We went down to the state capitol, y'all, and I had my finger in them people's face when they tried to break up our only black congressional district out here in Memphis. But they didn't stop nothing. And y'all can see how that went for us. But y'all, the feedback that I got from it, so many people, hey, how do I get on? How do I do what you doing? Tell me what are we fighting for? What just happened? Like a lot of people were misinformed. And a lot of people they don't. It's not that they can't do, they just don't know. So we out here, we run the ground game, but we don't only stop when the election is over. We, as long as we got kids in the classroom that's not getting the same funding as the public schools, as long as we got kids still going home after school and don't know where their next meal coming from, as long as we still got veterans out here that's homeless, y'all, we always on the ground and we always meeting people where they at.
Thank you so much, Jemiah. I appreciate you for coming on this call. And like I said, it's important that people don't just hear from the people leading it and the people talking about it, but you hear from the boots on the ground. And I mean, the narrative of I appreciate people looking at Tennessee and saying, man, they thought that they were going to come and strike down, bring forth the Calais decision and divide Memphis, and that was going to excite Black voters to turn out, and that did. But just like every other tactic, there was one tool. It was one tool, y'all. It takes so much to motivate people that are living in a state where I tell people all the time, the world is experiencing what it feels like to live in a state like Tennessee. A lot of the things that are happening happened 10 years ago in this state, 5 years ago in this state. And we have been fighting, y'all, for decades. And so to see young folks show up and say, hey, Miss Tequila, how can I get involved? How can I volunteer? I got all my friends, they ready to register to vote. To see young people say, I want to go out and I want to be a part of civic engagement and getting voices to the polls, that is why I do this work. That is why I allow myself to lose sleep. That is why I'm up at 7 o'clock at night on a call. It is those kids. It is those people who see hope. They see inspiration and they're ready to throw down. So my goal and my prayer and my hope is that as many people as possible join in this fight, no matter what you have to offer, whether it's time, talents, or treasure. My hope is that you join in this Freedom Summer fight because we are turning a corner, not just in Tennessee, not just in the South, but in this nation. I feel it. I see it. I feel the groundswell of energy underneath my feet. I feel the energy of the voters. I feel the energy from the organizers. I feel the energy from the people who we're fighting against. I feel the system cracking. And when it cracks, I want all of us to become the authors of a new nation. I want all of us to feel like we played a part in rewriting the history they thought they set for us. So my goal and my hope for everybody listening to me is that you go to that website, you sign up, you tell people about these community calls, you find an organization in your area to throw down with, and you get involved because we're going to look back not even 10 years, 5 years from now, 3 years from now, 2 years from now, and we are going to remember what we were doing. And my hope is that you remember the legacy, you remember the work, you remember what you put into this moment, because this moment is going to be what decides the next 50 years, not just for our lifetime, but for our children and our children's children's lifetime. Thank you, Ash, and thank you to the Freedom Summer Committee.
Listen, y'all preached a whole word, and y'all, we've got a couple of months left to see this thing on through. So if you're not down with Freedom Summer, if you haven't yet supported the Equity Alliance and all of the incredible organizations in Tennessee that are a part of this coalition, now is a good time. Now's a good time to go on and get that donate button handy and go on and give some support to our friends and loved ones. If you can't give a donation, but you've got loved ones that live in Tennessee and are looking for ways to plug in, I want you to again come to the Freedom Summer website, freedomsummer2026.com. We will get you connected to the Equity Alliance and we'll get you boots on the ground with the great organizers that you're seeing on the call tonight. Tequila, Jemiah, we love you. Thank you so much for being here with us. Next, we're going to hear from Dr. Ebony Baylor. I said doctor, the good doctor with the National Coalition on Black Civic Participation, who's here to tell us a little bit about their Black Youth Vote Civic Leadership and Organizing Training Conference. Dr. Baylor, I'll toss it to you.
Yes, good afternoon. And again, there is no better place that I would want to be in this moment, to be organized and to be mobilizing and to be getting people engaged and activated for this moment. Again, my name is Dr. Ebony Baylor, and I'm with the National Coalition on Black Civic Participation. And coming up next week, if you are coming to town to the March on Washington and you are between the ages of 18 to 30, we are organizing and holding a training here in the Washington, D.C. area. We want to provide a space and a place for youth who are between the ages of 18 and 30. When we think about these movements, when we think about these moments, the people who have always led these calls have always been the youth. So in order to organize and move in this moment, we need to organize, we need to come together and also create a convening space for young leaders from across this country to be in one place. So August 26th to the 29th, we are going to be in Washington, D.C. We are going to put the link to register on the Freedom Summer website, and we are going to be organizing August the 26th through the 29th. We are going to be coming together in community on the 26th. On the 27th, we are going to be doing training. We are going to be putting our tools to use. We are going to be learning about data and what's happening in the field. On the 28th, we are going to actually be in community. We are going to be commemorating the 63rd March on Washington. And on the 29th, we're going to come together and we are going to be building out the big vision of what this next iteration of this democracy or whatever we're going to call it looks like. So we're really excited. We hope that if you are in the Washington, D.C. area, that you can join us. And again, we'll be putting all the information on the Freedom Summer website. And so we look forward to organizing with each and every one of you because this world is going to be better because of our youth. So thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you for organizing. Thank you for being in community with us. And thank you for making the difference.
Dr. Baylor, thank you for your leadership. And of course, shout out to the great Melanie Campbell for being one of our great stewards in the Freedom Summer family. We're so grateful for y'all's leadership, and we're grateful that you're being intentional about making sure young people have a place and a say in how Freedom Summer works. We appreciate your leadership. Thank you for being with us tonight. Y'all, we're going to keep on pushing. And our next incredible speaker is a brother from the National Action Network, the national president of the Youth and College Division. I get to bring up Christian N. Matthews to talk to us a little bit about what you just heard. The March on Washington, I heard, is happening. Christian, tell us a little bit about what we should know about.
Thank you so much, Ash, and good evening, everyone. First and foremost, it's an honor and a privilege to be here with each of you on this evening. I'm Christian Matthew. I serve as the National Youth and College President for the National Action Network under the great leadership of our President and Founder, the Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton, and a special shout out to our Senior Vice President, Ebony Riley, who I know works very closely with all of you in All Roads and so in Freedom Summer. And so I'm so grateful for the opportunity to speak to you today on what we are doing here at the National Action Network. And so as you heard from Dr. Ebony Nan and the Drum Major Institute, Reverend Sharpton, Martin Luther King Jr. III, and Andrea Waters King, we are all going back to Washington this year, August 28th. I know many of you are familiar last year when we went to Wall Street, but this year, Reverend Sharpton and all of those that are planning this march said, let's not go to Wall Street this year, but we're going back to Washington because what this president is doing, it's atrocious. And it's a terrible thing, and we have to do better as a nation. And so this year we're going back because it's more than just it being a day. It's more than just being a march, but it's about bringing people together. It's about organizing, and it's about movement that is happening across this nation. Because as Reverend Sharpton always says, that what this president is doing, he's doing it right in our faces. He's not even trying to hide it anymore. He's doing it right in our face, trying to disparage the vote, trying to make us feel less than, and just trying to do everything in his power to bring us back to a time where we should not be. And so who is coming together? We have civil rights organizations, we have labor unions, we have young people from across this nation, we have faith communities, everybody, whoever, Lottie Dottie and everybody will be at this march this year. And so we are expecting a big turnout. We're expecting people to come from across this nation. We have buses leaving from several different states across this nation. Over 30 cities are coming from across this nation. And so we employ everybody and we invite everybody to come. And we're not telling everybody to come just because it's NAN, just because it's Drum Major, but we're telling everybody to come under their own banner. So if you're representing an organization, if you're representing a school, if you're representing a church, we don't want you to just come under NAN, but we want you to rep who you are. because this is not just affecting the members of the National Action Network, but this is affecting the members of every organization, of every school, of every state, of every race, of every creed. And so come representing your own banner, your own identity, your own agenda, whatever it is, come out of it. And when we come out of this march, we're not just marching as it to be symbolic, but we are marching, coming out with an agenda against this president and what we're doing. And so there are three pillars that we are going forth in this year. And of course, the number one thing is, of course, defending the vote. We are defending the vote, voter registration, voter access, fair maps, fair redistricting, fair representation, protecting our communities from diluting our political power. Because as you heard the young ladies from Tennessee, there's a lot of stuff going on across this nation. And I know that the southern states are getting it a little harder than us up here in the north. But just because it's happening down south does not mean that it will not affect us up here in the north. And that's something that a lot of people get twisted, is that just because they see it happening down there and they're like, oh, this doesn't affect me up here. No, sir. Anything that happens downstate, anything that happens down in the southern areas is going to find its way to attack us up here. And so that is what is happening, and we're all standing against it. Number two is economic dignity. We want good jobs. We want fair jobs. We want fair wages. We want workers' rights. We want to continue to work with our unions, continue to work with labor, because, you know, labor and union is what truly built this country. And I know everybody is glad that they don't have to work a whole bunch of hours, that we get health care benefits, that you get a pension. Hello, somebody. And so these are all things that we have to protect, because this, you know, Trump is against it and his cronies are against it. And so we need to protect what we have fought for. And the last thing that we, of course, are fighting for is affordability. This is the same man that said before he came into the White House that gas and eggs were $10 a carton. I don't think eggs have gone down. And I have a car and I live here in New York. And so, you know, gas is expensive. Gas is so high, I don't even want to drive my car no more. I don't like to take public transportation, but I think I just might have to take the subway. But there are some people that are even in more of a terrible situation where they have to worry about, do they pay their rent or do they pay for groceries? Do they pay for rent or do they pay for medical bills? Do they pay for rent or do they pay for something that they truly need? And what society should we live in where we have people that are down, where they feel that they have no way of relief? And so this president has constantly done everything against our people, in our face. And enough is enough. And the same way that he is able to do everything he's doing in our face is the same way we can get back up in his face and say, we're not going to have it. And so we are going to Washington, not just because it's symbolic. And of course, we always honor the life and legacy of the late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who stood in that same hallowed ground on the Lincoln Memorial. But this is to really show the nation that this will be the biggest and one of the first Black marches back in this second Trump administration. And we are going forth, and we are so grateful to everybody that has signed up so far. And those that are watching us online, if you have not registered, you can go to nationalactionnetwork.net, or you can go to our website, March on Washington 2026, and register. Register for a bus. You can call 877-626-4651 and register and get on a bus in your area to join us in Washington, D.C. So again, I thank you, Ash, for inviting me. Thank you for allowing the National Action Network to be part of this great coalition, this great move. And we thank you for all of the great work that you all are doing. And thank you again.
Christian, we love you. We love Ebony. We love Reverend Al. I want you to give the folks that phone number they can call if they're looking to hop on a bus. And we're going to make sure that you get all the links. If you go to freedomsummer2026.com, you'll get access to this, but you can also go directly to the March on Washington website. We're going to give that to you one more time. So give us that number and give us the website. And then I've got one more question for you.
No problem. That is marchonwashington2026.com. Or if you don't find that, you can always just go to nationalactionnetwork.net and it will take you straight to that link. And the number to our headquarters is 877-626-4651.
We got it. We got it. Now, I saw some folks in the chat saying they've already registered. Like, I'm going to be there already. And I'm hyped about it. Is there something they need to know that they can do? Can they volunteer? Can they help support?
Yes.
What can they do?
So we're always looking for volunteers. So if you want to volunteer, call the office, go on the website and say, hey, I want to be a volunteer. We need Lottie Dottie and everybody. And let me say this, Trump is not happy that we are coming. And so Trump is going to do everything in his power to try to block us. And so as long as we have enough of us standing up against all of them, there is no way possible that he can stop all of us from coming to Washington, D.C. And so we are going to do whatever we have. So if you want to be a volunteer, just put it in the comment section on the website. Hey, I want to be a volunteer. Hey, I want to be a marshal. Hey, I want to do anything. Social media, whatever it is, we have everybody and young people too. I'm also want to talk to our young people real quick. Young people, we need you because, you know, Reverend Sharpton always says to us that our children are not going to look at us and say, what did Martin Luther King Jr. do? What did Malcolm X do? But he's going to ask, what did you do in your time? And so this is our time. We are not just the future. We are not the people of tomorrow, but we are the people of right now. And our rights are under attack. Our children's lives are under attack. And so because of that, we employ everybody. We want all of our college students to come. We have high schools coming. We even have some elementary schools coming. And so because of that, we want everybody. So whoever wants to come, whoever wants to volunteer, whoever wants to be a part, join us. And we will definitely welcome you with open arms.
Mr. President, we are so grateful that you didn't regard a robbery to be here with us tonight. We're so grateful for you, and we'll see you in Washington.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, good people. I see that we now have 3 calls to action on the roster here. We have an opportunity to throw down, show up, and show out with the good sisters of the Equity Alliance in Tennessee. I also saw another tequila in the chat. Shout out to Memphis for All. I see you in the chat. So I need you to show up and show out over the next several days so that we can get the word out that the work isn't over just because we made it through the primaries in that great state. I saw actually 4 because Reverend Cece gave us a call to action around getting down with the justice revivals. And you can see all of that on the Freedom Summer website. Dr. Baylor told us that we got to get young folks that are going to be in DC the same time as the March on Washington to the NCBCP Black Youth Vote Civic Leadership and Organizing Training Conference. That's such an incredible opportunity for leadership development and to get young people in the streets doing the work, both in the organizing field and then showing up and showing out with the National Action Network for the March on Washington. So y'all, we've got some activations and we need y'all to have your faces in the places. And now that we've gone through those incredible speakers, those important and critical calls to action, now's the time where we spend a few minutes getting nerdy together. And this might not feel particularly glamorous, but it might be one of the most important conversations that we have this session. We're going to talk about the voter rolls because this is the thing about voter purges. You don't get a phone call when you've been purged. You don't get a knock on your front door. Most people find out that they've been removed from the rolls the moment that they show up to vote. Standing at the table, ID in hand, if you live in a voter ID state, and their name is just gone. And by then, in much of this country, it's too little too late to fix it. So some of you were on our July call when we walked the 4 jobs of any fight: ensure, win, prove, enforce. And the assignment slide told you to check your registration every month because the purges don't run on your timeline. But what we didn't talk about is how do the purges work? What does the law actually say? And what are the 2 moves that we make between now and November, because November's election day, that beat back this attack? I would argue that it's registration and it's the early vote. So let me break that down and give you the numbers first. Between 2022 election and the 2024 election, states removed more than 21 million voter registration records from the rolls. That's 21 million voters were removed from the voter rolls. That's the federal government's own Election Assistance Commission's record. That's not just my opinion. It's their official survey of every single state in our country. 21 million records in 2 years. The cycle before that, 19 million. Now, let me concede a point because we don't tell half truths on these calls and our arguments have to hold up when they're fact checked. So to be honest, some of that list maintenance is legitimate. People die, some people move. The problem isn't that the lists get maintained. The problem is how they get maintained and who pays when the process gets maintenance wrong. So how does an eligible voter end up purged? Ashley, I'm glad you asked. Here's an example of the machine in 3 steps. Step one, the state sends you a postcard in the mail. It's a confirmation notice, usually because some database thinks you might have moved. States sent almost 40 million of these notices ahead of 2024's election. Step two, you don't send the postcard back. Maybe it went to your old address. Maybe it looked like junk mail. Maybe your kid got it out of the mailbox and you just never even saw it. Nearly 70% of those notices never come back. That's 7 out of 10 of the notices. And then step three, you sit out 2 federal elections. Maybe you were grieving. Maybe you were working doubles. Maybe you didn't have childcare or a ride. Maybe nobody gave you a reason to show up. Doesn't matter. Postcard plus 2 missed elections, and in state after state, you are off the rolls. And here's what that means concretely, y'all. In much of this country, the right to vote works like a gym membership. You use it or you lose it. That's right. And the people most likely to lose it are the people who move most often. It's working class folks, it's renters, it's young people, our people, folks who aren't lost or apathetic, folks who may be, however, unorganized. And a successful purge is only possible when it happens to unorganized people. So let's talk about the law, because there actually is a shield here that could protect us. You should know it exists and that it's under attack. The National Voter Registration Act, the federal law from 1993, says states have to finish any program of systematic removals, at least 90 days before a federal election. It's called the quiet period. Congress built it for exactly the reason I opened with. If you get wrongly caught in a purge, that should give you time to find out and to fix it before Election Day. So do the math, y'all. 90 days before November 3rd, November 3rd is Election Day. 90 days before that is August 5th. Today is the 18th. So the shield went up 13-ish days ago. From now until Election Day in the 44 states that the law covers, mass purge programs are supposed to stop. In 2024, Virginia's governor ordered daily roll removals on the very first day of the quiet period. Lower court said that likely broke the law. The Supreme Court let it keep running anyway in a 1-paragraph order with no explanation. In Ohio, researchers at Harvard counted 109,119 registrations removed in the last 66 days before the 2024 election, inside of the quiet period, and are questioning whether that complied with the federal law at all. And this fall, while we're out here registering people, the Supreme Court takes up an Arizona case, RNC versus Mi Familia Vota, about how much of that 90-day shield survives. Their lawyers are arguing the quiet period doesn't apply if you call your purge program individualized, or if you aim it at people you accuse of being non-citizens, because you know that's going to be their excuse for stealing the election. In fact, we already see them using that in their slow coup now, right? They are saying it quite plainly. Never mind that Georgia's own Republican Secretary of State audited 25 years of records and then said to the press, non-citizens are not voting in Georgia. It's not happening. So here's the honest picture. The shield is real. It's standing right now, and we should name every single violation of it loudly. And we cannot bet a single voter's ballot on a court enforcing it. And that brings us, I think, to what we control. Move one. I want you to right now check your voter registration, not just the week before you vote, tonight, and then at least monthly, like a bill. I need you to automate it. I need you to have a reminder in your phone. I need you to set an alarm, because purges can happen anytime. And the whole design of this thing is that you find out late, too late. If your name is clean, it takes 90 seconds, if that. And if it's not, if you have been purged, if they can't find your information, you just bought yourself 11 weeks to fix it instead of finding out on Election Day. And don't stop at yourself. Get your people to check theirs too. Check in with your friends who have moved recently because moving is one of the fastest ways to end up flagged. Check with your young folks, check with your elders, check with the folks that you worship with, check with the folks that you club and party with. We need everybody to make sure that they haven't been purged before Election Day. Move two. National Voter Registration Day is Tuesday, September 15th. And you may have seen on the Freedom Summer website that we see that as a capstone moment for us. 4 weeks from tonight. It's the single largest registration day in this country. And this year, it lands 7 weeks before a midterm where the margins in some of our states are going to be thin as a razor. As many as 1 in 4 eligible Americans is not registered right now. 1 in 4 in our neighborhoods, at our places of worship, in our barber shops and beauty shops, our nail salons and break rooms, that number is sitting right next to you. It is a person who you know. So the ask is simple, y'all. It's concrete. Between now and September 15th, this body runs registration drives. I want you to plan one, and I want you to sign yours up at freedomsummer2026.com. Put it on the map. Let's see you. And now the last piece. Early voting gets talked about like it's a convenience, like it's the express lane at the grocery store. And to me, that's the wrong frame. Early voting is a proactive strategy in defense of democracy. In the South, the region that I'm from, the largest geographic region in the United States, the blackest region in the United States, the region with the highest concentration of low wage workers, and frankly, the highest concentration of LGBTQ plus people in the country, teaches us this. Look at the receipts. In 2024, the South led every single region in the country in early voting. Over half of all Southern voters, 50.5%, cast their ballot before Election Day, over half. And Black voters had the highest early in-person voting rate of any group in the United States. Souls to the polls is not a slogan, y'all. It's infrastructure that our elders and ancestors built. And the data says we never stopped using that technology. And what we know is that when our people show up to vote, democracy wins, y'all. That's our job. So why does early voting beat the purge? 3 reasons super quickly. One, we find out problems while they still can be fixed. If you show up early and your name is missing, we still have days to fight, not minutes. In 2024, more than 585,000 mail ballots had problems. And what happens when they have problems is that you enter what they call a curing process. More than half in that curing process got fixed and counted. Cure processes work, but only if the clock hasn't run out, only if we have the time to actually call those voters, have them fight to ensure that their vote gets counted. 2, a bank vote can't be turned away. Whatever happens on November 3rd, the lines, the challenges, the machines down, come back later argument, we don't have to worry about it because your ballot's already in the box. You already voted. And 3, it frees up the movement. Every single one of us who votes early is a body that's available to do work on election day, that can drive somebody to the polls, that can work a poll, can watch a poll, can work a voter hotline. Voting early so you can work late. Y'all feel me? That's what we got to do. We got to get that work done soon so that we can go ahead and be available on November 3rd to do everything else. So here's the whole teach in 4 sentences. They removed 21 million records in 2 years. And the process is built so you find out too late. Federal law put up a shield on August 5th, and they're in court right now trying to saw it down. We answer with things no court order can take. That's the assignment on the screen. Check your voting registration tonight and regularly after that. Register everybody in arm's reach by September 15th and bank your vote early like the South already does. Last month, I told you that some of this work to ensure the election and win it is sacred work. And even though sometimes it feels like paperwork, this paperwork impacts our whole ability, our whole entire fight. So I need you to do it. I need you to value it. I need you to get other folks to do it and encourage every single one you know to be in this process of both checking your registration and making your plan to early vote. And that's where we're going to land tonight. I'm not going to let you leave this call with just a good feeling because vibes are not a strategy. A good feeling, as important as it is, doesn't build power against an opposition like the one that we currently face, an authoritarian threat who is executing a coup right in front of our faces. So I'm going to ask each and every one of you to support the work you heard about here tonight. Support and attend a justice revival. Throw down with our folks in Tennessee. Support and spread the word about the NCBCP Black Youth Training and Conference. Support and attend the March on Washington, because we move together. That is, in fact, what solidarity looks like. Beloveds, nobody is coming to save us but us. That's always been true, and it's always been enough, because look at who the us is. Our people marched and they organized and they litigated and they did direct action. They used every tactic in the toolbox and they won before us. And the win was never the end of the work, it was the handoff. We're the ones that are holding it right now. I want to shout out all the All Roads Lead South Coalition, our Freedom Summer partners, Act TV, the Joy Reid Show. Shout out to Joy for also streaming this with us tonight. And again, Act TV for all of your work behind the scenes. And to every single one of you all that didn't regard it robbery to join us on a busy Tuesday night, we're grateful for you. We love you. Now go get some rest. Go get your people. Make sure you stay connected so that we can get you the word when it's time to move again. Good people, I love you, I respect you, and I want you to be free. We'll see you next time. Good night.